There are so many benefits to fasting. Fasting, I mean, it's not just, you know, about weight loss, and that's a good thing. Intermittent fasting is very helpful. 16-hour windows, 12-hour windows, psyllium husk for your fiber, protein, all the things. But for spiritual purposes, I noticed in my life and different things that have happened, like so close together, and with praying, that God has revealed to me. Relationship with God is so important. Just your own relationship. Like, you go to church, we learn from the pastor, and it's great to have community that is aligned, and just people aligned with you in general. But what I've definitely learned with fasting, the words are true. The words are true in the Bible, and when you put it into act and you want to see for yourself, it'll be a lot of revelation. And even if you don't know how to pray, God understands, and you go to learn. I pray for wisdom, and I've learned in my prayer life, even as I'm praying over other people, that it kind of just flows. I can talk to God about things. I can be real with him. But I've noticed in fasting, when I prayed for more alignment, I got off social media. I started speaking up more for myself. God, is renewing me, and he has created a boldness in me that we already have, but we have to tap into. But when we seek God, he gives us those things, and you may not even notice it, but if you think back, I'm sure you can notice a time when you were so different than how you are now, where God has changed you. But when I fasted and prayed for alignment, I did an Esther fast. Right after that, my best friend blocked me. Okay? And that I was confused. The situation was something that could have been talked about, and it wasn't a situation, but it was me helping. But in that, God taught me, everything we don't need to be someone else's guide and help them. And I'm a giving person, but that wasn't my job. That was God's job. But it was more than that, in that alignment. And right after that, I fasted from Instagram probably about 3 months, and it was a certain different friendship that I had during that time that I knew in my heart a lot of things didn't sit right with me. I stayed, but slowly God started moving me away where I felt comfortable. It's like, yeah, if it don't work, it don't work. And right after that, as soon as I got back on, those friends blocked me too. They blocked me too. But I thank God, things hurt, but I thank God because he knows what's on the other side. He knows where he's trying to get you. Don't let your comfortability keep you somewhere that God is trying to move you away from. You could have been praying for a breakthrough a few months back, praying for things to change. But God, sometimes he has to break some things down. And you'll know, I'm sure you can remember a time, the way that God has done something in your life, and give thanks. Things may not look a certain way then, and you may be hurting at a certain time you don't understand, but give thanks. It's a part of his plan. And God, he never changes. He's the most consistent friend. And the things he gives commands for us because he wants you to give it to him. He doesn't want you to worry. He said, don't be anxious, and guard your heart. Because he knew things to come. Jesus experienced these things. And once you start experiencing them in your life, just walking and becoming stronger in your relationship, nobody's perfect. So don't let perfectionism keep you from jumping in. Read the word for yourself. But yes, another thing is just with fasting, you get a lot of clarity. Like I said, not just with food. You can do a social media fast. You can do an informational fast. There's so much information out here. Information overload. ChatGPT, all of these things we're looking up what's our symptoms, different things, instead of going to God. And sometimes all these information, it just crowds. I feel like it crowds what God is trying to say. So that can be a reading deprivation fast. So many different things we can do to have clarity from God. So I dare you to start. And God, when he renews your mind, it just really like, wow. I couldn't have did it alone, but I'm thankful that I had God right there with me. He won't change. And a lot of things may not make sense right now, but it's all a part of his plan. Keep going. And keep remembering where he's brought you from. Give thanks in the middle so you can get to where you're going and have an optimistic growth mindset outlook. I pray that touched somebody today, because that's something that's been going on with me and what I wrote my book about, Pocket Peace. And I just pray it touches somebody else, because God is good even right now. You may not see it, but have faith. I pray you have faith today, because you got this. But as I close, I just want to say, you know, be in alignment. If you know something don't fit and it's not working, get out of there. You're going to experience more confusion. God is not the author of confusion. So friendships that's confusing, or you feel like you're doing more, or you're just not encouraged, or you may be feeling jealousy or anything like that, it's okay to be honest about that. It's okay, be honest with yourself rather than sit in discomfort. I'm growing away from certain things that, no, we don't have a guide in this life. Yes, the Bible is real and true, but if we don't take action, then what are we gonna do? I feel like, let's put it like this: how they say words of affirmation. I feel like it's acts of affirmation. The Bible affirms you. Different things we go out and experience in this world. And I just always, I go back to anxiety because it's something that I've dealt with a lot in my life, and sometimes I still deal with. And when I'm in the midst of it, I do remember God says, be anxious for nothing, but pray, seek Him, So in remembering that, it reprograms my mind because I'm replacing it with the things that are true. And when I feel these feelings as in these moments, it's like, oh, I don't want to do this. This is uncomfortable. I'm just about to, and it's like, no. Remind myself, reframe in my head, keep doing that, and then it comes naturally. So it's like, no, this doesn't sit right with me in certain situations. I can get up and go. Rather before, I would have just been like, yeah, okay, it's like, no, I'm not dealing with that. So certain friendships that I lost, I'm actually not mad about. And that's okay. I wish them well. I love them. I remember the good moments. But I'm glad that God did it, because how I am with my, I try to be genuine and intentional. I probably wouldn't have gotten out of it. But how God is, He's an intentional God. So He has your best interests at heart. He loves you. And He's going to be there, even when it's quiet sometimes. Keep seeking Him. Don't stop. I hope y'all like my hair too. She did a good job. It looks good. But I pray everybody has a good day, and I love you, and keep going. Dios te bendiga means God bless you. Have a blessed day.